Hey guys, welcome to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Wednesday evening. Hope we're all alright. Hope we're all okay. We're looking after ourselves. Obviously, gonna be flying through this video, obviously, due to the game that's in just under an hour now, the England game. So we'll have a quick chat about that, as well as we're talking Nassr, Emerson. We're talking Youssouf Fofana to AC Milan. What that means maybe for Pierre Hojbjerg, and do you know what? Maybe what that means for Emerson Royal as well. We'll be talking about Dani Olmo. We're going to talk about a few different things, to be honest. So plenty to talk about, plenty to get into. Just want to say, though, if you're watching this and you're new, subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. Evening, Milton. Hello, Andy. How are you, mate? Nervous about the game? I'm petrified, mate. Absolutely petrified. Always am when it comes to England and knockout games. Always am. Nassr hopefully speeds the steal up. Well, we'll see, Spurs. Evening, Tottenham, mate. How are you? Nar Links, Nar Rex, England. I don't know how to say that. Shoes? I don't know. Penning is downfall. Oh, I'm not having that. I'm not having that, Les, mate. Not of all evenings. Not this evening. Evening, Daniel, mate. How are you? Yeah, come on, England. Absolutely. Good evening, Gons, mate. How are you, mate? Come on, England as well. Hey, Darren. How are you? You all right? Yeah. I'm absolutely crapping it, to be honest. Would literally give up on Eze if we get Olmo. Oh, there we go. Jumping off the bandwagon. Van Gogh, mate. How are you, bud? You all right? So let's talk first and foremost, Nassr and Emerson. So Ben Jacobs, a man that I've actually spent, I think, quite a bit of time talking about the last few days, saying that Nassr had entered the race for Emerson Royal. Now, obviously, they had a bid rejected Nassr in January. I think it was £21 million for Emerson Royal, which, to be honest, I think if they offered that now, Spurs would take. I genuinely think Spurs would take £21 million. No issues. I think there's a few things to this that I was thinking about. This could be a ploy. And what I mean by that is you've got a situation where Milan maybe are, maybe playing hardball, which, that's what happens in negotiations. I'm not angry about it. But maybe this is someone leaking it to maybe speed up the AC Milan deal. Maybe it's someone within, maybe it's Emerson's camp, maybe it's within Spurs' camp. And, it could genuinely be Nassr being keen. But and what I'm saying is it could be a situation where this is a decoy, is what I'm trying to say, and it wouldn't shock me. Look, they were keen in January. And like I said, if they offered £21 million again, Spurs are taking it and they're running to the bank. Now, would Emerson take it? I think he's obviously going to be way more set on going to AC Milan. He's still in European football, gets Champions League football next year. Lovely city in Milan. I think I think this is one that I don't see really causing much of a stir. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't see it causing much of a stir, Get both. Fair enough. Evening, Sonia, how are you? Nervous? Yes, I've heard of this concept. We're Spurs fans. We've all heard of that concept way too much. Southgate robs you. Well, Southgate could rob you this evening. You never know. It could be the Southgate masterclass. He normally brings it out for a San Marino, though, to be fair. Hello, everyone. I've explored my inner chef. What do you call the thing you wrap on a burrito? I've forgotten. You wrap on a burrito? Do you mean the actual wrap itself, or do you mean what goes over the top of the wrap? Is it tin foil? I don't know. What you put on it? Good, mate. I'm good. I'm good to see, Van Gogh. Good to see. Olmo has a £6 million buyout clause, ends 15th July. Food for thought. Oh, Dan, you're beating me to it, mate. You beat me to it. Only start crapping it with 10 minutes when the time is minutes to go. Yeah, well, to be fair, I mean, when I'm talking with Spurs right now, I don't really think about it. Your countries are at least in the Euros. Well, there's that. The wrap itself. Well, that's just a wrap. It's a tortilla wrap. You're not Dutch, Van Gogh, mate. You're English. You're English now. Had a shave. I have, Madsy. Madsy, by the way, I don't know if you've watched the first video of the day. I actually gave you a bit of a shout out on the German youngster, Boris Lum, because I went searching through Twitter about him and actually came across something that you tweeted back in March. You want to go back and have a little watch because I shouted you out for it. Yeah, Spurs and England make me nervous. Yeah, it's just typical, isn't it? That's all right, Daniel, mate. There's no harm in that. Hey, Joshua, mate, you're right. Yeah, I think he means a tortilla wrap. That's what I think he means, Alez. Come on, Van der Van. I'm not 3 kittens. Van Gogh, mate, I'll put you in a timeout. I can do it. I can click on your name right now. I can slam you into a timeout. Don't make me. Don't make me. All right. Shrooms is not here. All right. I can't cook just one person. Well, I normally cook just more than one person. I can focus on one person, even in a bad way, you know? Lineups are out. Yeah. Trips is still in the team and Guay's back in the team. So that's kind of the same, isn't it? Really, it's just Conser out, Mark Guay in. So nothing too revolutionary. Right, let's move on to. Actually, I got something on Jed Spence. Sorry, really quickly. And Nassr Kinsella said that a deal between Genoa and Tottenham for Jed Spence is now very unlikely. The £8.5 million option was deemed too high for the Italian club. The defender is currently training with obviously the pre-season right now. I don't know why, but someone responded to this with eye emojis, and they're a Chelsea fan. I don't really know what to make of that. I don't know what to make of that. But yeah, I think one thing I would say is, let's be honest, this could be a situation that we go right through towards the back end of this summer and he gets another loan move. That's the kind of feeling that I've got right now, that he's going to get another loan move, which would be so annoying. But then if we do a loan move, can we stop putting options to buy? Can we just start putting obligations? It's doing my head in. It really is doing my head in. Yeah. Rek, I assume that in Dutch is what you've translated underneath, right? I'm sure that Bergval's excellent core shape test means that he'll be an instant success, or I might be overanalyzing things again. Maybe a little bit, Liston. Maybe a little bit, bud. Oh, I'm in charge. I need to mention every 10 seconds. Technically, mate, it is my stream. I can mention myself all the time. I can also mention summer fruit squash all the time, mate. You know how it works. 1 week and Ange is back. Oh, I cannot wait. Cannot wait to see my Australian man on that touchline. Tier 1 I am. It was good, mate. I gave you the shout out because it is well deserved. You've been and actually I agreed with what you said, so fair play, mate. Who's getting loaned? Hopefully not Bergval. Spence, mate. Talking about Spence. Not talking about Bergval in that regard. Depay has been shite all tournament, and you just know he'll score a scrappy goal. Yeah, you already know. Something like that. Something dodgy is going to happen that no one should have any explanation for. And then if he started the next game at Spain and they get pumped for 4, and you're like, always England, isn't it? We talk football. Who's Dan? I don't know who Dan is. Fofana going to AC Milan. That was a realistic chance of a proper. Well, look, we'll come to Fofana in a minute. Let's not jump any horses right now. Right. Let's talk Olmo. So Ryan Taylor said that they understand there's a high likelihood that Olmo's 50 million release clause will be triggered before Monday's deadline. England and Spanish sides in contention. Chelsea among clubs to have shown concrete interest. Liverpool not currently planning to move. And obviously, he's still in the Euros. He will be into pretty much Monday, because obviously I know it finishes on Sunday, but you know what I mean. He doesn't, the game doesn't finish, and then it's like, right, let's move. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't truly know how much he's on. Someone said that he's on 195 grand a week. I don't truly know. He's a stud though, isn't he? He really is. Like when you watch him play, he's absolutely a stud. I just don't see it to Spurs though. And obviously the reason why I bring it is because obviously we've been linked to Olmo before. For me, I don't see it. Just, I don't know. There's something about it. I can see them paying money for Eze, or Neto, but I can't see it for Olmo. I don't really get my correlation. It's my vibe. You know, Germany is Netherlands 2.0. I heard that AC Milan are holding up the deal because they don't want summer fruit squash. Well, that's on them then, isn't it? That's on them. They probably go, oh, I want some gelato. I'm Italian. They don't sound like that. I don't know what I put that voice on. We're playing at home. Do you mean the game tonight? I thought you meant the game against Hearts in a week. I was like, we're definitely not playing at home. We're playing in Scotland. Thoughts on the lineup if you've seen it? It's to be expected. I don't think Shaw would have managed a full 90 yet. I can see Shaw being on earlier than 78th minute though. Maybe like half time or 60th minute, something like that. I think. But yeah, I think the rest of it's just what you expect. I mean, we're not going to attack down the left wing. We're going to attack all down the right wing and just hold out hope that Kane or Saka or Bellingham can do something magical, as per. Spence really liked the guy first. Hopefully, he impresses at pre-season, gets a rotation around, results in some Spurs fans whining at Ange, having no ambition and so on. Well, look, if he impressed Ange through pre-season, I'm here for it. But Ange already moved him on once. Ignore the thumbs up. Ange already moved it on once, so I don't see why he would. I don't see how he would be integrated in. Now, maybe I could be wrong. Maybe he will be integrated in, and maybe I completely misread the whole situation. But I just get that vibe that I don't think he would be integrated in. Now, if you're selling Emerson and Spence is the guy you integrate in, then also you may not need to buy a right back. We know about Southampton, apparently, who have sorted out a replacement for Kyle Walker-Peters because obviously they expect him to move. You know what I mean? So I still expect us to buy a right back, and I still expect us to move on from Spence, to be honest. That's kind of my vibe. I don't know what everyone else thinks, but it's kind of my vibe. Conte and Spurs did Spence dirty. I don't think Spurs as such. I think it's probably just more Conte. Almost hard to get for sure. If Koundé didn't score, it would have gone to extra time. I mean, yeah, I give you that. I mean, it's like when you have a shot on target. If the keeper wasn't in, that would have gone in. It's like, Van Gogh to mental hospital hit. Here we go. Fair play. I rate that. So there's that on one Dani Olmo. Fofana. I want to talk about Youssouf Fofana, obviously a man that we've been linked to quite a lot this pre-season. Well, you could call it pre-season, I guess you could say. Fabrizio Romano is saying that I understand Youssouf Fofana has agreed personal terms with AC Milan. The player has accepted the proposal. He wants the move to Milan as well. Monaco already rejected a €30 million proposal from Nottingham Forest as talks with AC Milan will follow. Now, a few things on this. The first thing I'd say is we don't know what that structure of the deal would have looked like. So obviously, they might accept €30 million, but the way that maybe Forest or another team puts out gets rejected, it doesn't mean that wouldn't be, rejected if you're putting a better deal in front of them that suits AC Milan. Now, excuse me, for Spurs, I think there's something in the works that maybe we don't know about in the central midfield role. Now, obviously, Hojbjerg's been linked with AC Milan. That obviously would probably put a pin in that and absolutely finish that off if Fofana went there. You would say Atletico Madrid would probably be the more likely of the teams that would go for Hojbjerg, obviously. Yeah, I think Fofana to Milan is obviously, I mean, it's not great news for us, but obviously I think it would kind of end quite a lot of information around Hojbjerg and a move to Italy. Napoli, we'll see what Napoli do. Napoli have been active in the market. Obviously got Spinazzola. They sorted out, well, they pretty much sorted out Buongiorno. They've still got money to spend. Obviously, they're going to be selling Osman. So there's that. There would be money to get Hojbjerg. Do they need him? We'll see. Atletico, again, we'll see. Dortmund obviously been linked to him quite heavily. I think that's probably everyone. There might be the odd one or two. I mean, there'd probably be a handful of Premier League clubs, but, would he want that Premier League move? Maybe he wants to try something fresh, something new. And Dortmund and Atletico Madrid are probably a little bit more exciting than, a mid-table Premier League team. Obviously Fulham were linked to him before last summer when they thought Paulinho was going to move. Would Fulham come back in again? I'm just starting to think it's one of those. I think with Hojbjerg, I think we're going to know something in the next couple of weeks because obviously he's been out of the international football sphere for a little while now. So I think we'll know something in the next couple of weeks about that. And it's probably one that will get done this month, if I'm honest. There's no need for this deal to drag on till August. There is no need for Hojbjerg to drag on till August. It's early July still. He's finished with international football for a little while now, so we should probably try. I hope we do aim to get this done in the next couple of weeks. Same with Emerson. We shouldn't be. I hope we're not dragging this out for any longer than it needs to be. You know, if AC Milan don't want to play ball, then start saying to them, look, Al Nassr have offered this. You know, Emerson's always come to you. We're happy still to do a deal with you, but you now need to come into the realistic world that a player isn't £10 million. It makes me think that they just don't rate Emerson enough. They just thought they could get him on cheap, and it's backfired that obviously they can't get him on the absolute dirt cheap. You know, they talked about Joshua Zirkzee. They talk about Youssouf Fofana, who's going to cost more than 30 million euros. We're talking about something that's going to cost 20 million euros max. Genuinely, I think 20 million euros would absolutely get this deal done. Do they even really want him? I don't know. They're giving me the vibe that they don't want him. All right, Les, mate, take it easy. He's the best option out there, I would say. Well, I don't know if he's the best option. I think all factors included, like cost and things like that, and you know, the want to move to the Premier League. Then yeah, I would say so. But I think there's better players at least. Atleti and Dortmund would like Hojbjerg, I think. Well, yeah, they've been linked to him quite heavily. Atletico Madrid are quite heavy into him, but obviously, you know, Atletico Madrid are really in for Conor Gallagher. Does that absolutely stop the idea that they go and get a Hojbjerg? You know, that's another thing you got to take into account. It's either going to be a banger of a game or a melatonin hormone. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be very good, the game. I honestly don't. I think we'll go to extra time. I think it's going to be like a 1-0 extra time. How much would we get for the outgoings? Good question. I think around 80. 80s, I think, will be around that realm. I think 80 will be around that. No in between. Yeah, there would be no in between. Saudi needs to take Emerson. Tell him we want our 40 million. All right, let's not tempt fate here. Let's just make sure we can get the deal done. How about that, Streamsy? 60 mil. Emerson won't go to Saudi this soon. Not about the money. Yeah, I think he really wants that AC Milan move, but then AC Milan need to kind of play more ball, you know? Another thing is we fire. Good luck, England, but this will be the end of the road. Rek, you're talking a big game, mate. Honestly, if you don't win tonight and you come in this chat tomorrow, there's going to be hell to pay, my friend. Hell to pay. And if you do win and come into the chat tomorrow, I don't want to hear anything about it, all right? I'll put you in a timeout if I have to. I'm not having it. Nah, you're right, Rek, mate. It's all a bit of fun. 15 for Spence, 25 for Hojbjerg, 20 for Lascelles, so 15 for Emerson, 5 million for Hill, 80 million for you. Well, I don't know if you'll get 25 for Hojbjerg and 20 for Lascelles, but if you took 5 million off each, you're not getting 15 million for Spence, though, Van Gogh. I will say this. If you took 5 million off of Hojbjerg and Lascelles, put Roden in there. That's 10 million. You know, that's how in my head, that's how I was thinking, you know. But I hope you don't lose, Andy. I'm sure you can assume how I'll get in chat. Don't. I wouldn't want to hear about it. Of all the teams, we are the teams that get finessed during outgoings. Well, I think that might be a part of, you know, the higher ups and how they value our outgoings, you know. When our scouts looked at Emerson Royal, what on earth they see to think he was worth over 20 million? Darren, I don't know if you ever saw the report that came from Barca that they couldn't believe that Spurs had offered 30 million euros for Emerson Royal. They were laughing, apparently. It's just muggy. Fair play to him, but it's just muggy. If Netherlands don't win, I'll be back in the. You better show your face tomorrow if you don't win, mate. I'm not having this because I know you'd show your face if you did win. You see what I mean? I hope England win, but if they don't, I guess as a deal would advance. Well, any deals for any of those English boys would speed up for sure. Don't get me wrong, I don't think they'd speed up like next week. They'd be done, but in theory, a few days extra worth of time. Yeah. Any news about Desiree Doué's young but exciting raw talent? No, nothing today, mate. Why are we selling all our players for so cheap? They aren't bad. They just don't fit the system. Well, Patrick, it's more about you have to be able to realize value on a player, you know, and AC Milan value Emerson Royal in the low 10s, you know, 10, 12, 13 million. We value him around about 20. So it's actually just more other teams that are valuing some of our players so cheap. But a lot of our players are like the last year of their contracts as well. those sort of things do play a part. A few of them are quite injury prone. No, I'm not like that. Yeah, you won't. Yeah, I know you'll turn up, Rec. I know you turn up. I know you turn up. And I've been good as gold about the Dutch, actually, because I've actually really enjoyed watching the Dutch play at times. I've said Cody Gakpo has been the best player at the tournament. And actually, of all the players tonight, he's the guy that scares me the most. I'll hands down say that. Actually, let's have a quick look at the Dutch team. Let's have a look at the Dutch team. England versus Holland. Because I know what the England team is. I just have no idea what the Dutch team is. Here we go. So you got Verbruggen in goal, Ake, Van Dijk, De Vrij, Dumfries, Reinders, Schuiten, Marlon, Simmons, Gakpo, and Depay. It's kind of what you said yesterday, Rack, actually, to be fair, thinking about it. Well, obviously, we're not going to attack down the bloody left wing, are we? Because we never do. That's not what we do. We've got Foden and Trippier. It's all down the right wing. Well, I guess you could say the main challenge tonight is Ake Saka. That's the main challenge tonight in terms of England attacking and the Dutch defending. In terms of the Dutch and the English, I would probably say it's the midfield three of Rice, Maynard, and Bellingham. How they deal with Simmons floating. I mean, it might be my famous last words. I'm obviously not as worried about Memphis Depay, but yeah, Simmons is the one that I do get a little bit nervous about. Marlon's got a lot of pace. Gakpo's obviously, I'd probably say, the Holland's best player at the moment. So, yeah. Oh, here we go. My Nigerian friend, Ola Dipupo Akintenye, is here. How are you, mate? I'm good. Thank you for asking. How are you? Thoughts on Jaffet to Millwall? Thought he could have gone somewhere better, to be honest, but it's not a bad place for him. Seems to be loved there. Well, do you know what? It's same with Joe Rodon. I'm glad they're going to places where they are loved. Millwall loved Jaffet Tanganga. Rodon is very well loved by the Leeds fans. So I'm glad they're going to places where they can actually settle. It's a permanent place now. They can knuckle down and get on with it. And you never know. They may not even be at their clubs for very long. Maybe they outperform them and move up back into the Premier League. You never know. Who are your 4 top transfer targets this summer? Oh, I don't know, Patrick. Eze, I guess you could say, is one of them. But the other ones, it's too difficult to really, truly know because a part of me wants a centre-back. I want a right-back, one left-back, another centre-mids, an Eze, an attacker or two. It's probably too hard right now. I'm a bit like, let's get one out of the way. Once we've got, obviously, the grey, and let's say Eze was the next guy, just curiosity, just for hypothetical. If we've got them both out of the way, then I can kind of then see the lay of the land and kind of go, right, we need these 3 positions. And then I can kind of go, I want this guy, this guy, this guy, Gakpo Dino, yeah, there you go. No Mickey. Yeah, that's a shame. It's good for us. Mickey van der Ven's brilliant, but, it's good for it. It's good for Spurs as well, I guess, not to get injured. Remember his name before he gets back to Liverpool and disappears. Well, there's no Klopp this time, so maybe Slot puts him in a position where he actually can impact the game a bit more. Holland should play Van der Ven, Ake. If they were playing Van der Ven, Ake, and Virgil van Dijk, I'd be a hell of a lot more worried. Just seen someone say, I'm putting out there, Prime Bell is better than Mbappe, like it's a bad take. Well, he is better than Mbappe. His prime was better than Mbappe's. His prime was better. I'm telling you, I'll take Bale over Neymar. Absolutely, as well. The hate, the lack of awareness on Gareth Bale is actually quite scary and alarming. That guy was a monster at Spurs in that last season. He turned into a different style of monster at Real Madrid, but at Real Madrid he was still a ridiculous monster. But he was now playing in a team where he could then supply others instead of being the guy that had to be supplied because we had no one else other than the foe. How are they going to ask Mickey questions about Saka but not playing for the matchup? I don't get why he was there for the press conference. It was a bit odd, in my opinion. Highly doubt we sign Eze. Well, there's maybe that. De Vrij is good, but the Austria game, the whole yeah, Holland have had a couple of little wobblers, but overall, I think they've been pretty solid. Kamagoo wants Holland to win. Kamagoo, not tonight. Of all games for Holland to win, this isn't one. I think Mickey's better than De Vrij. Oh yeah, Mickey. I think Mickey. I keep saying his name, it's like I'm stuttering. Him, Ake, and Van Dijk. You can even play a back 3 of just those guys. It'd work, but I'm not the coach. If I was the coach, he'd be playing. That's for damn sure. Mickey will score a screamer tonight. I hope he doesn't. Mickey's much better than De Vrij, both defensively and attack-wise, yeah. But De Vrij has experience, and that, to be fair, that allows Van Dijk to play in his position as left centre-back. So there's that. Experience doesn't play on the pitch. There's that. And to be fair, we shouldn't need to be worried about ages of players and things like that. When Lamine Yamal last night tore it up at, well, I mean, at his age, like, it's just ridiculous watching Yamal do what he's doing. You know, it's a fair play. So there is that. Well, thank you all so much for joining me this evening. Obviously, I'm going to let everyone get off and get ahead of the time to, obviously, about 34 minutes to kick off. Enjoy the rest of the game tonight. Obviously, Rec, may the best team win, obviously, mate. Should have been Mikey Moore. It could always be Madzi. It could always be Mikey Moore next season. But yes, enjoy the game this evening. Enjoy. I'm not off to toilet yet. Close probably to the kickoff. But enjoy the game. I'll see you all back, obviously, here tomorrow for 12 p.m. news, chatting. Well, maybe a tad bit late, off to a busy morning, but we'll see. Now, it won't be like, Rec, you better turn up tomorrow, mate. Win or lose, turn up. We can have a laugh about the game, win or lose, all right? But yeah, enjoy the rest of the evenings, everyone, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. See you later.